Hey, this is Captain Kenny here. I've went through 4 block heaters now since November. It's the end of February. That's like the 4th of March, okay? First one lasted 2 months, then burned out. Thought it was defective. So I replaced it, put the new one in. It lasted 3 weeks and burned out. So I replaced it. The next one, I switched to a different brand. It burned out overnight. So I talked to several tech people. They didn't give me no ideas about it, but one thing I came across is what has changed since last year is the outlet on the front of my house is not working, so I've been running an extension cord to the back of the garage, and it's 100 foot. So what I'm going to do is test the resistance with a little wattage meter I have, and I'm going to plug a little heater into it and see how much the difference is of the watts that this heater is pulling through the 100-yard extension cord. And then I'll test it with the heater plugged directly into the wall plug and put the meter on it and see what the resistance or the wattage use is going in that. So this is going to be the test. Plug our little meter into it. And it's reading 125 volts. We'll take the heater. It's just a cheap old floor heater. I'm going to plug it in. Oh, it's good to sit upright. Turn it on. See how much the voltage drops? We have a 3. Is that focusing in on that? We've got a 3 volt voltage drop and 60 hertz, and it is pulling 1429 watts. It's pulling 11.74 amps. So next thing, what we're going to do, we're going to unplug this. We're going to plug our meter back in. This time we'll plug the extension cord in. This is going through a 100-foot extension cord. About the exact same voltage drop. No, it's going down even more. It's 120 volts. 1345. 11.1 amps. So is that enough to make a difference to burn out that heater that's in my truck? That heater looks like it's going full blown. It's only $13.91. So that's only 60 watts difference. $13.69. $60 difference. 1320. There's 50. So it's 50 watts difference. Is 50 watts enough to damage the device that it's plugged into? The next thing we'll do is we're going to put the meter down here at the end of the extension cord. Let's see what it does then. Ooh, we got a lot of voltage drop. We're at 116, 1300. So we got 70 watts that we lost. 60 to 70 watts. It's pulling 11.1 amps. Is that enough to burn the heater out? Good question. I don't think it is. I don't think that's enough to make a difference for anything. Well, now we're at 1421 now that the heater has warmed up a little bit. Is that enough drop to make any difference? That's the question. Guess I need to call the manufacturer on that, because these things burning out is a bunch of crap. I was thinking maybe adding a shorter extension cord out there is going to make all the difference and fix the problem. But if we're only seeing a you know, 1367, $14.21. So, you know, 60 watt difference. Will that damage the heater? Don't know. 13. So there's almost 100 watts now it's dropping. That's about a little under an amp difference. So would the amp difference burn out the heater? Don't know. Good question. Okay. I don't know if that's going to make a difference. We're looking at a 60 to 100 watt drop. And that's something pulling 13 to 1400 watts. So something that's pulling 600 watts, it's only going to be probably half of that. So it's 30 to 50 amps. Not 30 to 50. So that is 30 to 50 watt drop. Is that enough significantly to burn the heater out in the truck? I don't think so. I don't think that's enough of a drop. I'm going to call the company that manufactured these and ask them. They were supposed to have called me back last week and they never did, so I'm fixing to follow back up with them. Okay, we're fixing to replace the heater on a 1999 Chevy 6.5 diesel. This will be the 5th one I've replaced since November. I haven't figured out what's causing this thing to fail. Haven't had anyone that actually tells me what's causing it to fail. Called the manufacturer. They're basically no help. They don't see them failing like this. They said it's calcium in the water, it's lime in the water, but now it's got antifreeze with distilled water in it, and it still failed again last week. So I'm fixing to take it out for the 5th time, drain all the antifreeze out of it, because I'm not replacing it. I'm going to reuse it, and then put the new heater in, and I'm going to switch it to a 25-foot long cord. The old cord was 100-foot long. I'm thinking maybe it's causing enough resistance in it to burn it up. I've got a friend that's an electrical engineer. I'm waiting on him to call me back to see if that's going to make enough difference on a 600-watt heater that it causes them to burn up. So a couple things we're going to do here is we're going to drain the antifreeze. Then we'll swap out the freeze plug. Okay, one thing I'm going to check first is I'm going to verify that the cord didn't burn up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ohm out the heater. Okay, there it is. Hopefully y'all can see that. It's going to be hard to film it. So the freeze plug heater is located right there. That's the center left side. And I've had to jack the truck up. I've also got the liner removed on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ohm that out. Unplug it. Got alligator clips on the end of this tester, and what we're going to do okay, that one's clipped on. Turn this to continuity or ohms. Should be able to just touch this one to it. No way. Okay, I have no idea what's going on. I just ohmed it out, and the heater has got continuity through it, so it's pulling 24 ohms, so apparently it's working. So I don't know why it quit working on Monday, so I'm gonna go get my other meter and check it again. Okay, I put my watt meter on it. For some reason the daggum thing is working today. So I've got a new extension cord plugged into the window over here, and I can actually hear the heater running in the truck. So that's what we're going to shoot for, is just to try to warm up the engine, get it started, and then I'm going to add another electrical outlet to the outside out here. The one on the front of the house is fried, and I'm not going to fix it because it ain't my house. The landlord shouldn't have jumped my ass about calling the electrician when he repaired it the first time, and it only worked for 2.5 months, and then it quit working. So I'm not going to jack with that one. I'm just going to add a new one. I'm going to put it right over there under that window behind that chair. Okay, I got the new outlet installed. Let's verify that it's working right. Okay, we got the new cord, the new heater in, and it's pulling 645 watts. $123.9 volts. $60 hertz, 643 watts. So I think it's fixed again. Okay, we're gonna hook up our MeROS, which is a Wi-Fi switch, hooked up right over here and see if we're good to go in the morning again. So we'll be back. This is our outside rated Wi-Fi plug. See how we can handle that tomorrow. Until tomorrow.